Hello. Just a quick comparison between RCF HD45 and the RCF 708. This is one setup right here. And then we have the evox 12. I just want to go. I was trying to decide either keep my big system like that and get something more portable and more modern. More than anything, I wanted something to more portable, lighter, and it looks more aesthetic or newer, sleek. This one, it's looks all right. Looks a little bit outdated. Okay. First of all, not a DJ that plays in very expensive weddings or anything. I'm just kind of like a basic DJ, you know, the $700-800 DJ. I'm not in the high market for. So I don't make a lot of money. This is basically coming out of my own pocket, you know. Basically, I support my own hobby. Well, everyone is talking about this one right here. And I just wanted to give you another perspective from the DJ that doesn't have a lot of money. And I especially play for Hispanics, music, Mexican music. I do play English music too. So for every situation, it's different approach. What do you get? Let's start with the pros right here. This is a very nice speaker. Even if you compare it with the Maui 42, for me, this is a win. I listened to both of them. This is a nice, for me, it's a better speaker than the Maui G44Y. This projects the mids and the highs very clearly and loud. This thing can travel pretty far, and then you can raise it. These bass, you can say it's a little bit weak compared to the Maui G44. But it sounds a natural type of reproduction of music. The Maui G44, it's very, it has a lot of DSP, a lot of process in the music. The highs, they sound very thin, and then the lows, it's kind of like the Bose kind of like sound signature. Very boomy, very warm. But when you turn up the G44, you stop hearing the highs and the mids. It just collapses the whole sound. I personally, I wouldn't use it for a lot of people, and not for long distances. The Maui G44. This one, it throws. You turn it up, it gets loud on top, and the mids can probably reproduce all the way down, probably 140. This one, if you think it's not loud enough, you put an 18 next to it, and this is something serious. It's not something you can do with the Maui G44. That's just my personal opinion. I've been buying a lot of speakers, as you can see. I mean, I buy all kinds of speakers. So that's my personal opinion. Now, going back to, should I keep these? and buy these. If I had the extra $6,500, definitely I will have a pair of these for my small parties and small rooms where people are really close. People can. I'm sorry for the light. So let me move it. Definitely, I will buy it. This is very nice. You can get really close. You can be standing here, and this thing can be blasting, and you don't hear it. Like, doesn't hurt your ears. This is a very nice. If you want to go with column array, I will probably go with these. Nothing. I tried the evox50. It's nice for your bedroom, but besides that, I don't think it's worth it. And all these is based on money, like how much you're spending versus what you're getting in sound. I'm not saying this is a bad speaker. This is an amazing speaker right here. Very portable. I like it. But now, I kind of, if I stay with here, I'm going to have to probably sell these to compensate my spends on here. I'm not a really big DJ, you know, that I can have all kinds of gears just sitting around there. And, you know, money's tight. People, they barely want to pay you. And sometimes, you know, they're trying to get you for $300, $400 for a house party. And you know what? That's kind of like my take. We follow a lot of YouTubers, DJs. These guys are making good money. They are like very on the very top. Making, I don't know, probably some of them probably charging $10,000 for a wedding, and this is nothing for them. This is just an investment, and it's completely understandable that they buy this kind of equipment. Now, this is with taxes. So, well, even with the discount, this is $6,000 out the door, without even talking about getting bags, because there's another expense. You have to get your bags. I personally, I wouldn't get white because it gets damaged a lot, and I don't do so much fancy weddings. And I was thinking that I can probably take this in my little Honda Fit and save on gas and save my bag and all that stuff. But it happened a lot before. Sometimes they don't put you in the best position. The DJ, they don't put you in the best position. Sometimes they put you in a really far away from the dance floor, and everything is set up. You got there late, and they tell you this is your corner, and then the dance floor is like 50 feet away, and you can't do nothing about it. You just have to suck it up and do your best. Now with these, you will turn it up to the maximum, and then this, probably your light is gonna start blinking. And then what do? The sound is not reaching the dance floor. And that's it. Maybe you're risking damaging your unit because it's running on red. You always have to keep an eye on it. I noticed, I mean, it gets about 50% of this volume, what I have here, 50% of this volume. And this one, it's already touching red. Where this one, especially the top, the bottom, it's kind of like an entry level sub. I'll tell you the story about it, why I got it. But this thing is a beast. But in reality, you cannot really play by this one by itself. It sounds honky. It sounds plasticky. I mean, it's not the greatest. It sounds okay, but you need something down here to complement right here. Now let me tell you about the story here. The Guitar Center, they have them on clear. It's the 708s for like $800 out the door. So I got me a pair for 1600. 1600. The better sub, the next more professional sub, the 803, which this one is the 708. 708. You're looking at 1,800 just for one sub. So I thought maybe it's better to get two. These ones are about 10 pounds, 14 pounds lighter than the 803s. So basically for the price of one, I get two. Maybe it's not the ideal. These, it gets loud, but it doesn't reach very low notes. Compared to the 803, it reaches a little bit of lower notes. Not as probably some of the JBLs, they can reach even lower. But that's why the 803, it's more expensive. Now the story with this one, I got a new, technically new a guy from Facebook Marketplace. He bought him during the COVID and he didn't want them after. So these retail, they're about $2,000 before taxes. And I got them for $2,800. So 1,400 each. And then he included these hydraulic lifts. They're probably about $200. So in reality, you can say I pay $1,200 $1,200 for a super loud speaker. It's not lightweight. I think it's about 40 pounds at least. But you're getting a 100 and probably 34 dB speaker for 1,400. You might get a QSC 1,000 plus taxes for probably 1,100. And it doesn't even get close to this one. QSC, it sounds pretty nice at low volume. Don't get me wrong, I like them. I would like to get one here for my studio. But they don't get too loud. They get loud for a lot of people, but I just don't like to be watching my red light here. It's almost impossible to redline this thing. I hardly ever redline it. It's like I set it and forget it. This one I do have to keep watching it. It's more like an entry level. But this is my dilemma right here. Should I buy these? I'm getting a good deal. I'm getting like $500 discount on each. I'm getting it for $4,500 brand new versus, I mean, $4,500. 2,500 versus the regular retail $3,000. So if I buy a pair, that's $6,000 plus 10% of taxes. 6,000. I would say 6,000 with a discount. 6,000 right here, and I pay 2,000. This is 800 plus 1,000. This is $2,000 right here. 1,200 and 800 right here. This is 2,000 plus the $50 pole. Let's say it's 1,100. The pair, 2001. The pair is 4,200. This is 4,200 right here. If you get it at discount, I've seen these ones in marketplace for 2,400 right now, even with the bags. 2,400, 2,200. So this is 4,000. Let's say 4,000 right here, and this one is 5,500. So for 1,500 extra right here, I get these nice looking speaker, 1,500. But with these, I can do probably 300 people easily with a pair of these. 300, maybe 400 in a large room. Whatever they throw at me, I can handle it with these set up. I just have to lower it, or I can turn it up really loud. I know it's heavy, it kind of breaks my back every time I take all this stuff. This is 82 pounds, and I think this is about 50 pounds, let's say. That one is about 60 pounds. This one's about 30 pounds, 25, something like that. So definitely is more compact, but these 15, it definitely doesn't reach. It barely reaches the 60s or the 50s hertz as far as the notes. Anything below that, you don't hear it right here with this 15. You can hear probably 40s here, 40 hertz. Over here, you get more like very high mids, only high mids. Over here, you get a little bit of bass too. So it sounds boomier, this one. As far as sound, I actually like this sound a little bit better for parties. To listen it to here in my studio, this is a very good quality. The voice, the vocals, you can hear them very nicely. You listen a lot of stuff here that you don't listen over here. But everything comes down to the money. So I don't want to be the guy that spends $6,000 right here, and then still buys an 18 speaker, because this is not enough. So eventually, I mean, you're like taking double the stuff. I know one guy that takes one of these and then the evox 8. So he takes 2 of these and then 2 evox 8s. That's like $10,000 right there. And you're not reaching the low ends. Maybe I'm just kind of justifying it because I'm being cheap and I don't want to spend more money. So there's not much of a difference in price. Like if you buy brand new these, this is probably more money right here. But now you can find them used. But you know, when you sell your stuff, it's hard to sell. This one, you know, if I want to kind of sell it quickly, I'll probably get $1,000 a piece if I'm lucky for this one. This one, if I want to sell it quick, probably 700. Because you know, in the used market, you know, everything gets the value. Some specific items like this one, it's kind of like a popular item. I think it keeps its price, so you still can sell it probably for 2,200 right now easily. If it's in good condition, people will buy it. But when I sell these, I might probably lose a couple $100. And then if I'm in a situation where I need more volume, this is not going to cut it. So I think I have decided, I only got one so I can listen to it. So far I think I'm going to stay with these right here, even though it's more weight. But I do a lot of outdoors parties, and so, you know, sometimes you have to reach long distances. So I just want to be prepared, you know, have a little bit of extra. But if you're in a situation where you're trying to decide what to get, this is my take on. You want to have a little bit of extra volume for any situation. And I have the HD12. These are nice speakers, but these are good probably for EDM. They're pretty basic, but not for like live music. The vocals are very weak. They get distorted pretty easily. That's good for EDM. If you play EDM, you can buy any speaker. Any speaker will do it. You can buy Mackeys. They will sound amazing. Mackeys are good for bass and all that. Like if you play EDM, you can pretty much use any speaker. But I play a lot of live old music. There's a lot of instruments like salsa, merengue. You have all these kinds of instruments, vocals, and you want to be able to use the right type of speaker that is gonna basically translate all those instruments into the speaker, and so people can hear it. But anyways, this is kind of my. I'm always running into dilemmas what to buy. It's what I want and what my wallet can handle. I can put it on the credit card and make little payments, but I just don't want to hoard a lot of stuff. I already have a lot of DJ equipment. I just got some. I ended up getting the Flex 10 and then a bag. And this is just a little conversation about many things about DJ. I got the hard case for the Flex, brand new with wheels. It's kind of the Odyssey, the Pro X. Very nice. You put your mics on there. But guess what? This thing first, and then that's the little tray where you put your laptop. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna probably do another dedicated video, but I just want to talk about these. This tray, I don't like it because I have to reach too much forward to reach the laptop, the keyboard. So I end up with like a backache on over my neck pain. So I don't use that. Now with the Flex 10 and that thing, you're looking at like probably 70 pounds. To me, it feels like 70 pounds. I may be wrong, but it gets too heavy. And I personally, I get like a backache every time I carry that thing. So I say, you know what? Forget that. I'm getting a soft case. This is like 25 pounds with a soft case. So just be aware, I don't think hard cases are popular so much especially for big controllers. I think it gets too heavy. Yeah, maybe I'm weak or whatever. I'm older. I worked in construction many years, and my back it's all messed up. So even my wife complains when she helps me with that, because I think it's like 70 pounds. And sometimes I'll go a DJ by myself, have to lift that on the table, and that's a pain. So I think I'm gonna rock with the soft case for a little bit, see if it's better. But anyways, conclusion. This is a great speaker. You turn it up loud, and this thing shines more than this. The Maui G44, you turn it loud, and this thing shines more than this. But if you can fix that with 18 or another 15 next to it, I will probably do 18. And you got a really nice system right here. But right now I think it's too much money. $6,000. I have to probably DJ like 12, 14 gigs to pay for it. I'm barely paying for my Mac computer. It cost me like $3,000. I'm barely paying for my Flex 10. And then I just got these. So now DJs, they make a lot of money, you know. And it's kind of like a hobby for me. But that's kind of just my personal take on the situation. You decide what you want to do. But a lot of DJs, they agree that with the point source, you get more bang for your buck. Even though it looks outdated. But don't follow the crowd, you know. You stick with what you think is right. And I mean, if you're charging $500-700, I mean they should be okay with these. And if you have the extra money, if you're doing indoors parties under 120, not very large rooms, this is perfect right here. This is perfect. That's kind of like on the safe side. You could probably go bigger and outdoors and all that stuff, but this is kind of like the point where you're not pushing the unit and it still sounds good. That's kind of like my personal opinion. But anyways, thank you for watching, and sorry for all the mistakes. I'm not a pro YouTuber. I'm just trying to share some knowledge with the struggles that I go, you know, financially trying to, you know, keep DJing. And I know a lot of DJs out there, they're not making the big bucks, you know, DJing, and they're kind of struggling to get their gear. So anyways, thank you, and make a comment. Please be respectful, because I'm not respectful with other YouTubers, but I'm trying not to criticize so much and try to find the positive on the video. But I know it's hard to resist to make a comment. All right then.